Hey guys, I'm going to be doing a guide on Shadowplay, which is Affliction Lock, Shadow Priest, and usually a Resto Shaman, although you can use a Holy Paladin or Resto Druid Healer. The comp is really fun, really good. I got Gladiator as it last season, in Season 10, and we're pushing for Gladiator again. We're about 50 points away from what we need. But anyway, yeah, so how this is going to work is this video is mostly going to cover technical stuff like strengths, weaknesses, tactics, stuff like that, and I will have a game at the end, and then for future videos I'll have at least 2 other videos coming out on this comp. It's just going to be games and analysis. So yeah, check everything else, and thanks. So this comp does a ton of damage. It's primarily a dot comp. You have a ton of spread damage, but you also have the Shadow Priest providing a ton of burst, and being a dot comp, you can pretty much swap on anything and actually kill anything in the open. Anything in the open is a viable kill target for Shadowplay. Another good strength is you have an abundance of fears, and you have these 2 AoE fears on roughly like a 30-second cooldown each, and this limits your opponent's positioning a lot. They can't group up, they can't bunch up, or you're going to punish them with AoE fears. You can also really destroy healers in hard swaps. More on that later. Also, it's very hard for opponents to land kills on you because your Shadow Priest can mass a spell, CC off your healer, and you know Shadow Priest also have very good off healing. So yeah, that helps a lot. Furthermore, like you have 3 purges. You have Purge, the Shadow Priest spell, and you also have Devour. So things like Sack, things like Wings, Icy Veins, Demon Soul, those all come off very easily with this comp. And finally, you're also really good on Z-axis maps. You have Portal, Life Grip, and Mind Control to take advantage of. So yeah, you're really good on Blade's Edge, Ring of Valor, and Dalaran Sewers. This comp, like any other comp, has a few weaknesses. First of all, the main one is your CC can diminish very quickly, especially fears. I'm going to be linking a DR tracker in description, so keep your eyes for that if you need one. But yeah, you do have limited peels if you don't manage your CC correctly. The other big weakness is the hardest matchup by far for Shadowplay is RLS. That's currently the most popular comp right now. So yeah, it can give you trouble. But I will have some RLS games which you can look at how we win. And then it's also vulnerable to healer Zerg teams because of that limited CC. So you do have limited peels. So it's recommended that you need to have, especially if you're playing with the Resto Shaman or Resto Druid, they need to be good at survival #1. So here's some tips and strategies for this comp. #1, especially as the Warlock, pay attention to this. Fear is a bad spell in this comp. Generally, you already have a lot of fears. You have a lot of AoE fears, and that's generally enough to kind of take care of the DR. Any more is usually overkill. I only really use fear as like a crucial peel, say like a Roguish Shadow Dancing or a Hunter's Rapid Firing or something like that. Or if say like if we can't get a full fear on the healer because of position or some reason, then I'll cast fear on the healer for a full CC. So yeah, just remember, overfearing is bad. If you spam damage, you honestly do better. The other big thing is don't hold your AoE fears forever. You want to use them pretty much on cooldown, like every 30-ish seconds. Even if you can't get a big fear, it's better than holding on your fear for, say, like 50 seconds. And, just fear one guy if you have to. But double and triple AoE fears, they generally, they're big momentum swingers. So, and those set up the hard swaps and they force cooldown, stuff like that. So, as a general rule, whoever isn't being focused, either myself or my Shadow Priest, is the one responsible for pushing up to fear the healer, to get CC on the healer. So, yeah, that's a good general rule. This one is more advanced. When you're unable to fear the healer, say you just fear the DPS, try to cover as many fears, try to cover it when possible with like a silence or even a death coil or something. You'll see in some of these videos we do that a lot. It's really common for like top-rated Shadow Priests to do that, but you can even coordinate it with your own like Halitaire and like say a Blanket Spelllock or something like that. It's really good. This is really important right here. How to swap on a healer. Generally, you want to swap on him when he's in the open. Usually, you get him in the open through like an AoE fear or something, and it's most effective when he doesn't have like an Earth Shield, say a Shaman, or a Priest doesn't have like a bubble on himself and stuff like that. Restorer doesn't have HOTS, anything like that. You want to get him to the open, and you dot him up in the fear. When the fear breaks, you want to Death Coil him or Psychic Horror. So you need to communicate this with your Shadow Priest. And then after that, you can silence, and then pretty much after the silence, you'll have like at least 8 seconds of free casting with the coil and silence on him. So that forces a lot of cooldowns. If you have a Hodge or a Bash if you're playing with a Resto Druid or Holy Paladin, then they can add that there too. And that just causes a ton of pressure. We get so many kills like that. Just remember that the key is you want to catch the healer without their HOTS or defensive abilities up. So the swap is at least 2 times as effective when you do it that way. The final quick strategies and tips and whatever, like use MC when you can. It's a really good peel. It's really good on Z-axis maps, and it's a target. If you don't play with the Shadow Priest, you might not know this, but your dots still tick for damage even though they're MC'd, and they can't be healed. So what we do is we just try to dot up a target, and then we can just MC him. So that's really good. And Z-axis maps, always take advantage of them. It's a big key to use these wisely when, especially when teams go on your Shaman, because Life Grip is a lifesaver, and you also have Portal and Mind Control to use that Z-axis with. So Shadowplay is actually still really good without a Resto Shaman healer. I know the Paladin Shadowplay was rank 1 on Stormstrike, and I think it was Ruin. That Druid Shadowplay is rank 1 right now. So yeah, it can definitely work without a Resto Shaman. But you do have to play it differently according to what your healer brings. For the Paladin, you want to take advantage of Hodge, and it's really, really good because for healer kills, because when you swap to healers, you don't have anything for stun DR. So you have a coil and a silence, but you can also add a Hodge to that. And Paladins can spec for Imp Hodge, and they can do that every 40 seconds. And that pretty much coincides with the silence cooldown. And you're pretty much always going to have a Horror or a Death Coil to use too. So I mean, that's really a deadly combo. I'm playing Shadowplay, Paladin Shadowplay in all these videos, and that's how we get so many of these kills. Also, Freedoms, Blessing of Freedom is really good for getting those AoE fears on the healers, especially when you're focused. They don't expect you to not be snared, so when you get a Freedom, you can just move at them full speed and get an easy AoE fear. Bop and Aura Mastery are really good offensively for Shadowplay, and just Wizard Cleaves with the Paladin. So when you swap on a healer, for example, you can do unstoppable damage with either a Bop or Aura Mastery. I mean, Druids, they're the worst healer right now, but Druid Shadowplay is actually pretty good. So you shouldn't be afraid of playing with a Druid if you're playing Shadowplay. But it does require a lot of communication because how Druid CC works. So just naturally, it's going to require probably the most coordination and the most skill to play Druid Shadowplay. But it's really fun. You play generally with more control, coordinating CC and roots and cyclones, stuff like that with a Druid, as opposed to just like straight spam damage, hard swaps and stuff like that. But you can still like hard swap on the healer. Bash is really good. Druid Bash, the Bear Bash. So that's a stun, and you can use that how you would use a Hodge on a healer swap. So you have a lot of versatility with the Druid. It's basically just how you guys want to play and what you're facing. So I'm going to show you a game now of a team we faced. It's double Legendary Rogue and a Disc Priest healer. And we faced them, I think, 6 times. We won 4 times. It's definitely tough because Cloak of Shadows just kind of kills our dot pressure. So yeah, it's not perfect play by any means. All this videos was just one night of footage. I'm not showing these videos to say, oh yeah, I'm so good. I want you to catch my mistakes, see what I did right, see what I did wrong, and try to incorporate that in your own gameplay. I'm going to show you the Skype version first, unedited, and then I'm going to break it down with you guys. This is the Paladin version that I'm playing right now, Paladin Shadowplay.
Just rogue. Rogue what? I don't know.
This guy got dropped from a stug cleave, dude.
Sap.
Everyone has a shield. I have a shield. It's
Okay,
double.
I'm gonna howl. Okay, can you silence freeze?
Sap.
Yeah.
Sap. Bop you. I mean, sack you.
He's
Sack you.
loaded.
You're not bop.
Can you fear?
I'm clearing up the cloak right now.
Careful. This first.
No.
I'm gonna get kidney. Kidney
Which one
fall.
cloak? Izzo, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on Izzo.
I'm gonna bop you free cast.
Okay.
Hodge. Freeze. Fall.
Redirect
Full.
kidneyed.
Nice, dude.
They're
I have
swapping.
a fear in
They're
5
swapping.
seconds.
Okay.
You bomb on me? I'm gonna horror Izzo.
Okay. Can you fear? Because I'm gonna coil priest.
Yeah, I'm fearing right now. I'm blasting Izzo.
Can you free to me?
Yes, now.
Yeah, gouge. He off gouge me.
Okay. I howled him.
Nice.
Or master's up. You can free cast.
I'm silencing. I silence him full. I got full bomb trinket this.
Okay.
I still have disperse.
Yeah, I still have trinket and kidney here. I'm gonna pour depths in. 49.
Yeah, the other guy just spoke now. I'm done priest right now.
Okay. Going to you.
Yeah, should I
Pushing up.
disperse?
I'm blocking next priest. I locked him full. I'm gonna fear him.
I have you.
I'm fearing deeps.
Ah, God, I thought I faked that.
I'm fearing deeps right now. Are you
Okay.
able to cover it?
No.
Okay, I'm not fearing
Wait. Fear now.
Did it. I'm spiking Izzo. He's probably gonna have cloaks in, right?
Yeah, let's go on penis hard.
Oh, he might die. He just grabbed banished.
Hodge
Okay.
pianist.
I'm on Pianist, whatever. He's full dotted. He kicked me. I'm spiking him right now.
Izzo.
One.
We'll sack you.
Block penance.
Okay. He's coming to
Redirect
no.
kidneyed.
Okay. I'm wanna fear right now. I'm fearing priest full fear on priest.
Good.
You have freedom suplex.
Okay, fake kick.
Okay. Are you on pianist?
Yeah.
I'm silencing? Maybe no, I'm full kidney. I can't do anything. He's getting some me. I still have disperse, dude.
You're fine. I'm trying to get you.
He faked me. I'm
Go ahead, you blasting this guy.
howling Izzo. I'm fearing
Okay.
Izzo one more time over here.
I'm gonna horror pianist in 1 second. I'm silencing.
Okay. I think we have to put dots on priest or we're not gonna win.
Yeah.
Can you free to me? Wilson?
Yes, now.
I fake kick. This priest is full dotted, dude.
Okay.
He just
I'm trying to get
reloaded. I
that.
got it off. I'm fearing him.
Okay, nice.
Full fear.
Demon throwing on him? I'm coiling
I
right here.
got full kidney.
You have a silence or no?
Do you have Hodge? No. Do you have Hodge?
Hodging.
Okay, I blanketed him.
Hodge now.
I just got bombed now. I can't.
Careful.
Dead.
He's dead. I
I
got a
stopped
howl.
disperse.
Got a howl.
Okay.
Trinket it.
So there's a lot of good stuff we can take from this game. My Paladin gets sapped, and I have Demon Armor on, and I keep it the whole game, just in case it is 2 rogues, so I just want to be safe here. So I tell Enzymes I'm going to come howl, and I want him to cover it, so he's going to silence a priest, and I come in for the howl. One rogue actually cloaks it, and the other rogue Will of Forsakens, but that's okay. So now Enzymes wants to fear, because he can't get to the priest, so he tells me to cover it. So the priest actually just comes to my loss, and I can fear him full, since he's not on DR. So here we're just trying to get some pressure now that we've survived the opener. So I get a Demon Soul swap on the rogue that's already used Cloak. Also, our Paladin uses Hand of Protection on their Shadow Priest, and also Hodges the Priest at the same time, so he can't dispel the Hand of Protection. So they're going to swap onto me here. So the Priest also uses Pain Suppression here on the rogue that still has Cloak, so it's probably a mistake on his part. So these rogues swap onto me with a Smoke Bomb and a Kidney, and I said it because I'm at full health and my Paladin's near, so I'm not too worried. But I poured up right after, and then I just kind of fall back down after one rogue steps up to me. So our fears are coming off cooldown here, and we're going to want to use them. So I tell Enzymes to fear the rogue. Since he can't get to the priest, I'm going to death coil the priest to cover him, so he can't dispel. Also, the priest aura mastered here, so it kind of disrupted that, so that was good too. I get swapped too, and I'm going to want to use my fear, so I ask for freedom here so I can go howl the priest. So I Worgen Sprint over in freedom, and get a full fear, and it's actually a triple fear on all these rogues. We get the priest trinket here too, because he's around half health from dispelling UAs. Now we also silence a priest out of that fear, but Try to get damage out, but it doesn't really work because these rogues are just sitting on us and locking us down pretty well. So these rogues are pushing up over here. So yeah, I'm just gonna port up as soon as I can, and we actually get the other rogue to cloak here. And I'm gonna push up now because they're gonna swap back to enzymes after I port. Yeah, this was our first game ever facing this kind of team, so we kind of just improvise a strat along the way. Because, you never really face double rogue anyway. So now it's my job to CC this priest. He's totally off fear DR now. So I'm going to push up, and I see this rogue coming over to kick me, and he actually gets me. I tried to fake it, but I don't know, I was a little too slow. So Enzymes tells me he wants to fear the rogues and wants me to cover it, so I get redirect kidneyed, but we time it after, because I know I can get a full fear and he fears the rogue, so it's perfect CC there. So communication's really the key for that, to pull those, just cover all those fears that you can. We do get a cheat death and a vanish here, so we get kind of close to a kill, but we're kind of realizing these rogues are pretty hard to kill right now. So we should probably try hitting the priest, even while his trinket's down, so we want to take advantage of that. We put a Hodge on the rogue, but these rogues are just doing a really good job of locking our damage down. This cloak makes it really hard for us to get a kill on them. So not too much happening now, but this priest is going to be pushing up, I don't know, possibly to try to fear our pally, I don't know, but yeah, he's coming off fear DR, so Enzymes is actually going to go for, he's going to freedom himself with his powered shield 4-set bonus, and go for a fear on the priest. So we are getting this fear, full fear on the priest, but this rogue is going to dance on Enzymes, and the other rogue is sticking on me, and his legendary is going to proc here. So I'm just going to port away to avoid all this damage. So this rogue follows me and steps to me, and I'm just going to howl him because he's up here and he's out of LOS in range of his healer to be dispelled. But he has dots on him, so I know it's going to break soon. So I go for a casted fear out of the howl just to get some more lockdown on him. But the fear doesn't break like I thought it would, so it's a couple wasted seconds here. So we try to go for one last burst on a rogue, so we horror a rogue, silence a priest, and go for damage here, but it doesn't work out. I notice I have full soul swap, and I notice my demon soul's coming off cooldown. So after my stun, I ask for freedom for my pally, and I'm going to go soul swap to the priest. So I make a mistake here. I soul swap before I demon souled. So the dots are non-demon soul, but I try to correct this by popping demon soul and refreshing corruption with drain life and UA with fell flame. So now they're under effective demon soul. So here's a swap. The priest is full dotted by both of us. He's out of a fear, and I put him in a coil because he doesn't have powered shield on him yet, so I want to prevent that. And then I'm going to blanket silence him because my paladin's coming in from a Hodge, but he's far away, so I blanket silenced him before my paladin can get to him, and then my paladin Hodges him, and we get the kill here. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. That's the end of this video. The next video is going to be versus RLS, so stay tuned, and I hope you learned something.